All right, let's go.
All right, well, we are live, and it supposedly worked. And we are
It
live on YouTube
works.
instead of Facebook this week. Everybody say what's up to Angel
YouTube.
Ortiz.
What is up, folks? We are live on the YouTube world.
Man, this is
Welcome,
awesome.
welcome. We're actually live on YouTube. This is crazy.
It's saying we are. Are we? Can you see it?
I don't know. I didn't even think to go on. I'm so used to logging on to Facebook to check, but let me go YouTube.
I should have actually pulled it up
Mhm.
beforehand to make sure, but
Yeah, we are going to check real quick, but this is amazing if we are live.
I should have really done a
Uh,
dummy test. But, like we say with the Browns, you win some, you lose some.
but we've been winning more than our fair share lately, Bearded Browns.
9-5. So in technical terms, we are tied in third place in the AFC North.
We are live. We are live on YouTube. I am currently looking at it.
Dude, so listen,
Yes.
Angel,
We've been winning more
do you
than.
want to hear something great?
Yes.
We are off to a good
I,
start for our fourth show. No
okay.
errors so far. We're live on YouTube. Oh, yes.
Yes. I'm actually going to. Ah, yes, you're live.
Good deal.
We did it, bro.
I got told I suck at my job, but not at YouTube apparently. So we're
You
making
suck
it work.
today. Today, you say you suck at your job today.
No, it's
Someone said
usually
that.
every other day at least.
Uh,
But
well, they're lying. You're great at your job.
thank you, Angel. You're great at your job as well, buddy. I didn't
I'm
forget to hit the record button either. The intro went through all the way. We are golden, man.
I'm actually going to post this link now.
Thank you. I'm gonna excuse me. I'm gonna talk about some Browns while Angel posts links for us.
Yes, let's do that.
Them Browns. How else do you say that?
Oh my goodness, what a heart attack game. Blood pressure, typical game.
A
It is
huge a
insane.
huge 20-17 win against the Chicago Bears to put us at 9-5. Oh, like I said, we're
Nine,
technically tied for third place in the AFC.
we are. We'll go with over it later, but there's hope for even a first seed in the AFC. There's hope. I mean, things have to fall your way, but there is hope for a number one seed. That's a playoff first round bye and then home field throughout, which obviously home field is vital for us because we're just two different teams at home, especially our defense, two different teams at home.
Absolutely. Um, I'm going to play a couple clips from this weekend's game. First, I'm going to do the fail Mary because I think that was the biggest crucial point of this game. Um, you watched it happen. It cringeworthy.
Yes,
Like,
it was very. I thought for sure I was like typical Brian. Like when he rolled out the pocket, I said, you know what, this is not going to end well. This is not going to end well for us. But and then when I saw it for a split second that it hit his hands, I thought to myself, this is our season. All that I thought about in about zero point 0.4 seconds. And
yeah,
then when David Bell got that interception, boy, I was
that was the Anthony
like,
Bell.
oh yeah, the Anthony Bell. My body was just like,
I I
let's just
can't
relax.
explain. So I was at my neighbor's house actually watching the game, and when it happened, I was like, "It's right in his hands. That's the game. He's in the end zone. We're done." I'm gonna play it, and then we'll talk about it a little bit. Cool.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Here we here we go.
Fields, chased by Garrett, flushed, looking, sets up, throwing deep. Hail Mary, end zone, deflected, tipped, and intercepted. Almost caught, and then a deflection into the hands of DeAnthony Bell.
So you might have been echoing this entire time because I forgot to mute a certain part, but you can still hear you well. I apologize if that did happen because it happened last week and that was my fault. But what an amazing turn of events, dude. As I want to say the Browns didn't get ripped off that game, but we deserve this. We deserve this.
Yes, years and years of just heartbreak. It's finally things are rolling our way. Why not just embrace the luck? You know, sometimes you need luck, and this season luck has rolled our way big time.
Yes. Sergeant Merck says, "Let's go Brownies. Let's go Brownies, man.
Yes.
We got this." It's going to be a huge year for the Cleveland Browns. Obviously, we have a lot to talk about this show. RJ Fish says Joe Flacco for MVP. I think we're all in agreement to that.
All day. I put that on one of NFL CBS that said, "Who's your MVP?" and they had their list of names. I just put Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
I was hoping that people would hate on it so I can comment back, but no one said anything yet.
And again, I know you and I talked about this last week where you called a guy that was sitting on a couch, and us being couch coaches, again, we're like, no, dude, I don't think that's the right move. But dude, I have zero regrets of Andrew Berry making this move, and it shows. Obviously, the first couple quarters were rough, and I'm not going to blame that on Joe Flacco because the Bears do have a phenomenal defense. I mean,
since they added Sweat, man, their defense has been one of the top 5 since that time.
They're number
playing
2
for a contract. Number 2, okay, that's even right behind us.
I think what they're 5-8.
Yeah,
I mean, you don't imagine how much one man can make to your defense. The impact, like Myles Garrett.
Look at Myles Garrett, for instance. Exactly.
So
without him, our defense wouldn't be you wouldn't be able to do what you do with the corners if you didn't have Myles, you know.
All right. It's insane. Actually, our comments are popping up in here. I could actually see our comments.
I can't see any comment. Is it on YouTube?
It's in our streaming app. Oh, that's Jeff.
Okay.
Jeff is Sergeant Merckx. Jeff Geo. He's like our number 1 fan.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, he's an incredible dude. But I wasn't still, again, after Flacco had a first couple, down and outs, I wasn't skeptical. I wasn't scared. I still found a reason to believe, and boom, he showed up, man. And
they kept it close enough for you to believe, you know. They kept it somewhat close. And there was a point where that muff putt happened, and then he threw an interception, but he totally missed Njoku. It was wide open. Okay, I could have been at 7, but after that, I was like, all right, you know what? It's just not. We're just not in our cards today. It's just not it. You know, our defense balled out. You know, I thought that for sure. I'm like, man, this speaks. And I posted something on my Facebook Reels today about the Browns and how this feels different, not from like a win standpoint because they've been winning close and ugly lately, but from a cultural standpoint because typical Browns games, if you throw 3 picks, you're not even in the game.
No ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's game over at that point.
Yeah, so it's like there's something about the culture that is currently happening with this team, and I think it's from the head down because look at what Andrew Berry has done. He has was a 4th and 5th string playing, and they made an impact on the game defensively.
Absolutely.
The guy you just signed to a huge contract got hurt. Now you have Bell back there making one of the biggest plays of the game. Can you imagine if that ball was still in the air, knowing our luck, that there would have been a Bears receiver, there would have been a touchdown.
Yep.
But Barry's finding these players, linemen. Where is he finding these linemen who seem to be patching the holes well enough to give Flacco time to throw? We're not going to talk about the run game this week because people just are obsessed with running the ball for some reason. It's
You
like
know
they've
how it
never
is, man.
they, they don't have they've never seen a good quarterback. That's what it is. Like we still think we have trauma. We're trauma triggered, right? We're thinking our quarterback's going to suck. We need to run the ball 80 times a day. Like Flacco has thrown average the last 3 games over 300 yards. He's probably the first quarterback to do that since Bernie as a Brown, and he's thrown for at least average 2 touchdowns a game.
Since Brian Sipe, to be honest,
Brian
1980.
Sipe, 1981. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, I got that written down. It says
Hey,
Brian
Bernie's still a
Sipe,
good QB.
81. 81. I was born in 81. So since I was
I
born, what? You were
think
born in 81?
our comments are starting to
Oh,
show up on the bottom of the screen there. You see it?
I don't see anything. I just see a thumbs
Oh,
up
that's right.
occasionally.
You see
Yeah.
just me. Because
Yeah.
all right, so
So,
our
I mean,
comments are starting to show up. That's a plus. So YouTube is already better. I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
no, you're good. So, yeah, comment, share this link wherever you're seeing it. If you're on YouTube, share the link, comment. The algorithm was going to push it out to let people know that we're talking about the Brown. But
Yes,
it's the
please.
culture thing. Like Andrew Barry's finding these scrap people and he's patching the line together. He's finding these defensive backs who's just playing well within the system. And of course, it's coaching because once they get the player, they're coaching. Is coaching the culture of staying within, playing within your skill set. And it is a
And
breath of
nobody
fresh air.
realizes how crucial that is because you got Joe Batonio with a lower back injury out. We don't know how long, but that's so now we have one of our first linemen, which is Wyatt Teller, I believe. He's the only one
Yeah,
left on the
he's the
line
only
now.
one left. The
But
lone lineman.
we still got these guys, and I'm gonna bring it to this because, like you say, when you build culture and you have your quarterback, which is the leader of the team, clearly that's just the way it is.
Hmm.
You build a culture, and you have your offensive linemen back you 100%. They're going to protect you with everything they have. That's just the way offenses work. If they believe in you, you believe in them, and boom, that's culture. That is culture right there, in my opinion.
No, it is. It is. I mean, if you think about the great teams, like let's go with the recent one with Tom Brady in New England, like anyone could go there and play receiver and they seem to be a Pro Bowl because of the culture and because of the quarterback. Because when they got in the system and they say, this is the way we play and this is how we play, suck it up and play this way. It seems, no, I know it's early. I'm not trying to compare us to the New England dynasty that happened, but these are the early signs of a great team forming. We're good now, and obviously we could be better due to the injuries. We probably would have been number one seed in the AFC at least. But this is showing good culture. When you have injuries that are devastating as much as we have, but you're still winning, it has you got to attribute to that locker room, which is the culture for sure.
That's crucial. Jeff says Myles Garrett is more than just a great player. He brings life to the team with not only playing abilities, but off the field, seeing him smiling and laughing with his teammates, personalities just click. It brings the best out of all the players. And I agree.
That's
Like
true.
you go in there with a positive attitude, unlike I go to work. Um,
Yeah. We're gonna have to dig out 50 cars
especially after
today.
today, the snowstorm that we got.
Snowstorm.
It's just positivity brings such a huge thing into a football game. And for them guys to struggle for the first 3 quarters and stick to the second defense in the league, so they're saying. Chicago's second best defense supposedly. So you gotta run in there and make these things happen. You gotta not let that get in your head. You gotta not let that determine the outcome of this game. And that's the biggest thing. And I think in the fourth quarter, they're like, no, they're little Cubs. They ain't even the Bears. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're the Cleveland Browns. Let's get these Cubs out of here, little Boy Scouts.
Yeah.
Like,
Kick them out.
all
And
right.
then it goes back to what you just said about like at this time, since the trade of Sweat, the Chicago Bears have rose in the ranks of the defense, right?
Risen.
So risen, sorry. risen in the ranks of the defense. So if you look at the schedule, we've played very tough defenses for the schedule at that time. You had the Niners, you had Ravens, and now the Bears, and you still won those games. That is culture, man. Culture at its finest.
Did you see that thing I posted today about the Cleveland Browns up on top, and then it was like a staggered list of
Yeah,
we
of
beat
the
the
teams they
49ers,
beat.
the Ravens, and then
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
weird year. And we talked about this last week, where this year is so not what anybody imagined.
Nope.
Pittsburgh Steelers, even with the Pittsburgh Steelers and Kenny Pickett was supposed to be the man of the year.
Yeah, in the
Look at him
playoffs,
now.
he was a preseason MVP. People were bragging about his arm and his passes. Yeah, I
I
remember
can't tell
that.
you how many people I deleted off of Facebook because of the Pittsburgh crap. I was just like, I'm not even going to listen to this year. I'm done. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
But
preseason
yeah.
champs.
So there's plenty to talk about this game. Plenty. We just did a quick rundown of pretty much everything. I think I'm going to take a quick break really, really quick. And we will be right back. We have lots to talk about, so do not. Oh,
Don't
Angel,
leave.
you are a admin on Brownstown Nation, correct?
Yes,
Uh,
correct.
Jeff said go approve his post in Brownstown Nation.
I'll do that right now.
Yes, we will be right back. Not just me. Angel'll still be there. I'm gonna run
Yes.
somewhere real quick. But our comments are showing up on the screen, dude. So we gotta figure out some other things on how you're gonna obviously have to watch the YouTube live, but
Mhm.
they never worked on Facebook, and they're somewhat popping up here. So with that being said, I'll fix that this week, and we will be right back. Quick break. I'll be right back. All right. We're back. We are. Oh, I like that.
Oh,
just
I
gonna have
see
you
the
do intro
comments.
music from now on.
I see the comments now on YouTube. I figured it out.
Yes, Jeff.
Nice.
Penalties are definitely still a killer, especially in that game. I would agree. I'm gonna have to still just stupid, weird penalties, man. That kills us.
Yes.
But Dorian Thompson-Robinson did go 1-for-1 for 5 yards. So
Yeah. Yeah, he's shooting 100%, passing for 100%. Love that guy.
that was
Hopefully he
great.
grows into something, at least a good backup. Hopefully.
Jeff, what do you mean it's your link?
Oh, I approved it. He was
Oh.
talking about our YouTube link is now on Browns Nation.
Awesome. Thank you, Jeff.
He posted it. Thanks, Jeff. Shout out to Jeff.
Sergeant Merck's on YouTube because YouTube already seems so much better, man. This is great. The comments are so
Yeah.
like some of them are showing up and some of them aren't. So I got to figure that out, but we'll figure that out as time comes. What was I going to talk about? Oh, you want to do fun stats or stats with an angel?
Let's do stats with an angel.
Are you guys ready for stats with an angel? Let's get into it right.
Going
Boom.
to tell you
Here we go.
now. All right. So stats with an angel. The first stat I want to tell you is this. It's a big one. The Browns have lost their first 49 games when down entering the fourth quarter by 10 or plus points. 10 or more points in the fourth quarter. The Browns lost their last 49 games. The last time they won, 2014, week 5 against Tennessee. Who was the quarterback? Brian Hoyer. You remember that year? Johnny Manziel somehow beat him out for the starting job that year because the front office was a debacle. Interesting stat. Another one. Here you go. First downs allowed this season. This is how great your defense has been, by the way, guys. We are seeing an amazing defense, historic defense. Okay. First number, I'll do the top 3. Number 3, the Baltimore Ravens, 249 first downs allowed. Number 2, and this was a surprising one because when you think of this team, you don't think of their defense, you think of their quarterback, which is the Chiefs, at 246. And the number 1 defense, first downs allowed this season, is your Cleveland Browns at 194 first downs. I'm sorry.
That's
And
insane, man.
that is insane. Think about that with all the defenses. Injuries have been happening. Now it seems to transfer over to the offense. That is crazy to think about. A couple more stats. This is about your quarterback, Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco, I'm going to call him Clutch Joe because this dude is clutch. Obviously, we saw it this week. Joe Flacco in 15 career playoff games has 3,225 passing yards, 25 touchdowns, and only 10 interceptions. Here is another amazing stat. He is tied with 7 road playoff wins with the great Tom Brady. Who would have thought, right?
The GOAT.
And the GOAT. And last but not least, for the first time since 2013, we had 2 wide receivers break 100 yards in one game. We had the Chief at 104 and Cooper at 109. Those are the stats that you need to follow here on the Bearded Browns podcast. This is the info that you don't get anywhere else. So why are you not following us?
Stats with an angel, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
That doesn't get any better than that. It really doesn't.
No, doesn't.
Man, the emphasis he put onto that was even better than reading it anywhere. Like, it's crucial.
Yes.
Angel is a crucial part of this show.
Yeah. I agree, Sergeant Mark. The penalties are killing us, not only defensively, offensively. Not only that, the turnovers. I mean, that is something that might sooner or later come to bite us in the butt. But right now, we've worked our way out of those. I agree. Those are 2 things I would like to see cleaned up. Normally, and I'm going to be positive here, if you have not cleaned those up by now, that is who your team is, typically.
That's a very good point because you remember back, maybe I want to say a decade ago, we were probably the most penalized team. And then we cleaned it up a little bit, but we were starting to lose more games. And then it became like a 50-50 situation to the point where now we're winning, but there's other games we should win because of stupid penalties.
Yeah, and you're probably going to get worse because you're going to have players that never played before in the NFL. So, or played less time. So there's going to be definitely a uptick in penalties probably, unless our coaches clean it up somehow, but I would not be surprised.
Tracks. So I'm going to go through the quick gameplay really. Oh, you know what? No, I'm not. I'm going to throw this thing. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to throw it because I need it.
I'm going to throw it away.
I'm going to play Kevin Stefanski's After Room, or why do I always say After Room? I mean to throw locker in front of there somewhere, but after the game locker room speech, because again, it's great. There's some cussing. It's already edited out. It's the Kevin apologist thing again comes in hand where
Yeah.
you look at the guy and you're like, man, I don't want to believe in you, but everybody really, really deep down inside does when we come away with a W at the end of the day. And nobody realizes how much it does actually take to become to come over adversity like Kevin has. And still
Yeah.
keep that charisma going, and it's intense and it's insane, to be honest. But here we go. This is Kevin Stefanski's locker room speech after the Chicago Bears win. Here we go.
I told you last night what I say. Whatever it takes. That's this fight in this locker room. That's the fight in this locker room. Like, did we do a lot of wrong today? Hell yeah. But fought for 60 minutes. We needed all 60 of those minutes. I'm so proud of this team, guys. We're not perfect, all right? We're not perfect. It's tough. It's going to be hard. But this team fights, and that's number 9, okay? So now you got 9, okay? You got 3 more opportunities in our kick. 3 more opportunities in our kick, but you got 1 today, okay? Talk about that defense. 3 takeaways, fellas. Fight, right? Fight. Talked about a guy last night. That guy showed up today. 10 catches, 104 yards, and a touchdown. One of the best teammates that I know who fights for his team, number 85.
Hey, man, I love all y'all boys, man. It's going to take all of us. It's going to be a long
This is David Njoku getting the game ball.
journey. We got this. We got the right men in this room. Let's get after it, right? 1 play at a time, 1 day at a time. Let's keep going.
That's this game. It's going to be hard sometimes. You have to fight with each other, but I saw a bunch of guys out there that are like, I will not be denied for my brother, for the guy next to me. I appreciate that. Team on 3. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3 team. Guys out there
Yo.
fighting for one another and not letting their brother get down and out.
No.
And again, that's where you come in and talk about the morale of this team, and to be able to go out there down, especially after 3 big turnovers, Angel. You and I talked about this a little bit earlier, but it is crucial how a team with 3 turnovers could still come back and win a game.
It speaks of, like you said, I believe these guys think they can win every game they play, which is very encouraging. The defense is good enough to win every game. It's just, I think a lot of those interceptions, I think Sergeant Merck brought it up. Yeah, it is a learning curve. You know, Joe has to know his receivers. He's still getting to know them. So I think hopefully in this next, by maybe the playoff push, he has some continuity with these receivers where he knows where they're going to go and he knows where they're going to throw it. But we can't say without a doubt he has a connection with 2 of those receivers, and that's Cooper and the Chief, because those guys have been, especially in the Joker. I saw a stat that he's averaging was there over 100 yards and a touchdown in the last 3 games?
And that's how you use a tight end. Yes, you use them for blocking in some points, especially the run game. That's what a tight end's good for. But we ran the ball minimally. Jerome Ford had 8 carries for 20 yards. Kareem Hunt, 7 for 8. I think we prepared pretty decent for the Chicago defense. In all honesty, I really do. And Peter Strong had 2 for 2 yards as well. Joe Flacco tried to scramble and lost a yard on. I don't care. It's Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
The dude scrambling made some really great passes this week.
Yeah, and I think a lot of fans have. I've never played football, so I can't say have never played football before to know. But I'm a logical person, and I know when 4 or 5 of your linemen are down, you're not going to run the ball as easy. It seems like a lot of linemen are easier at pass blocking as opposed to run blocking.
Oh, yeah.
So let's stop with the whole, why isn't he running? When Kareem gets the ball and he's getting stuffed 2 yards behind the line every time he gets the ball, like eventually you're going to have to give up on the run eventually. Like you're going to have to hold them honest, like hand the ball off randomly here and there. But I thought Kevin called, for what he had to work with, called a really good game last week.
Jeff, what did you said? I like him go in my fantasy team and really regretting it. Who was that?
Browns and Cowboys Super Bowl.
RJ Fish says Browns and Cowboys Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So my buddy
Yeah.
RJ is actually a huge Dallas fan, and he will never let that go. And I got messages after messages this weekend talking about the Dallas clinching, obviously.
And they did clinch, even though they lost
Yeah,
big
they
by
clinched.
Buffalo.
Yeah, that game was supposedly a pretty decent game. I didn't stay up and watch it, but never mind. Dallas got blown out. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, Dallas got blown out. I was gonna say, wait a minute. I was watching that game. I could have swore that game. Me and my brother were shocked. We were watching the game. I was like, I can't believe Dallas is getting blown out. But that's the NFL, and it's the NFL. And what is something I'll bring up real quick? The year of the backup. Right? It's Drew Lock last night comes in and balls. Like, you can no longer say, oh, they're playing the backup. It's an easy win.
Yeah, dude. Did you see Derek Carr's horrible game?
Oh yeah.
Dude.
I thought for sure he had a good signing there, but he seemed to be struggling for some reason over there in
While
New
we're on
Orleans.
subjects of other teams, Las Vegas beat the Chargers 63-21.
And then they fired Stanley, which
in the middle of the game.
No one see as Browns fans, this is what I think. Like, you complain about your coach, and this coach has arguably one of the best young talent in the league over there in LA, and they had talent around them. They had Williams, they had Elker, what's his name, the running back, Elker, behind him,
Cam Elker, or
Austin Elker.
I think we're
right?
mixing names here now.
Yeah.
Whatever that
anyway,
guy.
the talent is superior, and it's really good, but he could not get the best out of him, and he's gone. Now I'd be interested to see if maybe the Michigan guy takes that job, because he's got young talent there that he can produce.
Absolutely. Before we get into stats here real quick, I want to say to everybody that my beard is still bigger than Angel's.
Yeah, here's the deal. I at times I go through phases of, I'm like, I think I'm going to trim my beard today. I think I'm going to trim my beard, and my wife says, "Don't do it." I'm like, I watched a YouTube tutorial today. I'm good.
You went to YouTube University.
yeah. Doesn't turn out good. So my wife was like, let me do it from now on. So I'm like, all right, I'll let you do it from now on. So I trimmed it a little too much. I'm like, it's growing back there. I grow my beard out fast. She doesn't like it. She likes it this length, and the way it was 2 weeks ago was real short compared to what she likes. She hates it when it's shorter, but my kids are now on her side. They're like, if you ever shave it, Dad, we're going to disown you.
Yes. My daughter tells me I look like an egg without a beard. I'm like,
thanks, daughter.
Yes, thank you. RJ says, give credit to Case Keenum for beating the Titans. But we blew out the Titans. We left Derrick Henry with 3 rushing yards that entire game.
Yeah.
And the Titans are my
beat him this week.
Yeah, the Titans
are
my
did?
second favorite team, dude. So I am like a Titan favoritism guy. I like the Titans. I do. I always have. I'm talking about since like 95,
I like the Titans.
When we lost.
My wife like has family. 90% of her family's in Tennessee, so I have some ties to Tennessee Titans. I like them. They would be in my top 5.
When we lost the Browns, I liked football. So I had to find a team, and I went with the Tennessee Titans. I mean, you had Eddie George and Steve Air McNair, man. Come on.
Air McNair, yeah. Those were good teams back in the day. Sergeant Merch, you letting Njoku go in your fantasy? That sucks. He said he let him go when he was sucking. When he wasn't producing.
I see that now.
Yeah, it sucks.
You let him know when he was dropping the passes.
Yeah, Seattle game. Fish, RJ, that Seattle game was pretty intense.
It was.
It's the NFL is just crazy. Like you got the Bengals right now, their backup quarterback balling out. You got
Dude.
um
And you know my
that
stepson's a Bengals fan.
yeah, my brother's he's like, yeah, boy, we're coming for you last game of the season. We're coming for you.
I'm gonna bring
I'm
him
like-
over here to talk about some Bengals. Oh, there he is. Look at this kid in a Nash shirt. Oh, look at your picture here, bud. So what do you think about your
Picture here.
Bengals right now? Come up here.
I'm a little scared, but currently I think we can still make it through. The only thing we can afford right now is lose one more game, but I believe that we can win a few. We can afford losing to the Chiefs. That is the only thing we can afford losing to right now.
Ooh, the Chiefs.
That's the only thing
The
we can afford
Chiefs.
to lose to right now. Because if we lose to the Steelers, that means we go back to fourth. If we lose to you, we stay in third.
Which you
and
will.
we'll
Oh
probably miss
yeah,
the
thank you,
playoffs.
Angel. He said you're definitely gonna lose to the Browns, which we already know that.
Most likely, but you never know.
He's a
Maybe
realist. I
Miles
like
Shoulder
that.
gets more beat up.
Oh boy, don't say
And our
that.
starting defensive lineman's injured, so that's harder.
We have
Yeah,
one.
but-
He's trying to
one
say
lineman,
his
man.
offensive line is injured. And
Offensive
dude,
line, I said
lineman.
defensive line.
oh well, our
defensive
offensive line is wiped out. But all right,
Done.
buddy, go Browns. You see that?
Yes.
That's on
Yes.
live. That's on YouTube Live.
Fourth favorite team.
Go Browns.
He
favorite
said
team.
fourth pick.
Wait, who's your second and third?
Fourth. That's
Eagles and
interesting.
49ers.
Eagles
Oh,
and the
of course.
Niners. You front
Of
runner,
course.
get out of here.
Yeah, he's on the front line.
He's on that
My
bandwagon.
best friend
He's
likes
on
the
there.
Eagles, and I like the Eagles
My best
because of
friend.
that. My best friend likes the Niners, and I like the Niners because of that.
So,
Loyalty. He's loyal to his friends. Okay,
yeah, he is.
I respect that.
I do want to talk about Justin Fields real quick, just because we're Ohio State
Buckeye.
fans. Yeah.
Yeah,
He went 19 for 40 for 166 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, and he got sacked 3 times. And nobody really talked about the sacks, honestly. Myles Garrett got one. Who else got? Who else had a huge sack? Oh, Delvin Tomlinson for the strip sack, but they recovered the ball.
yeah.
And somebody else, JOK got a sack.
JOK. Yeah, JOK.
Yeah.
By the way, that they need to sign that guy as soon as possible. They need-
37-year
that's the-
contract, dude. I want
Yeah,
that guy.
they-
I don't care.
They need to put that guy. I was hoping they would sign him and Grant Delpit before the end of the year. I seen they got Delpit. I'm hoping they can lock up JOK.
Give Cleveland the biggest syntax we've ever had, and just let's
Mm-hmm.
sign an array of people that we thoroughly enjoy.
Yes,
let's
build a stadium, a dome.
Yes.
A retractable dome. Build up that lakefront so it can actually be cool to go down there. And if you can't get into a game, at least you can get by there and feel the vibe of a game. You know, that's instead of walking 20 miles to get to the stadium.
Right. So RJ said, my weirdest jersey I have in my collection is a Baker Mayfield 17 Rams jersey.
That is weird.
Listen, I seen
is
this
so-
thing. So me and him went to a Browns game last year, the Baltimore game.
And he wore that jersey?
No. He did not wear
I
that
was gonna
jersey. He bought
say.
an Njoku jersey that day.
Okay.
So I was happy. And it was like $140 because you're at the stadium, obviously.
Woo. Boy.
Yes. He was not performing. He definitely was not. Rams jersey, really? Yeah, he bought the Baker Rams jersey.
That's
Jeff
crazy.
says, I had to be
That's
scared too. They play the Browns last game of the season, and we're gonna whoop that booty.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's,
Me and my wife
that is crazy.
2 years ago went to the Cincinnati game, and when we won, the Browns won. Jeff, we are on our 4th quarterback, and I think we're the first team to, out of there's only 6 teams that have made the playoffs, I think, in NFL history with a 4th string or 4th quarterback in 1 year. So that's a huge, I meant to write that down. That's the one stat that we forgot, Angel.
That you wanted to talk about? Yeah. Hey man, it is incredible. This is why I get so frustrated when I'm on Facebook and that's why sometimes I'm off Facebook during the game, because you see in these groups people are saying like Kevin sucks. He's not running the ball. I'm thinking like, bro, you're on your 5th lineman and your 4th quarterback. Like, can the dude get a break? Like
Adversity,
what
dude.
and
You said it last week. Next man up. That
Next man
is-
up every time.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Next man up this year has helped the Browns. There's been some crucial injuries to the point where we are like, oh my gosh, man, like what do we do? What are we gonna do now that we're missing these people? But next man up has been on point this year. There's no other way
Yep.
to there's no other word for that. They've been on point, man. To the point where I'm just like, oh, okay, we got our regular players. Did he come back from injury? Because you're so in awe, you're like, we're still doing pretty damn
Wait.
good.
Yeah, it's like, who's this new guy? Oh, he's a guy that he was cleaning toilets, and now he's intercepting pick sixes. What's going on here?
Right. And I'm sitting, I wish we had a pick six, man. We need one of those.
Yeah, we'll get it soon, hopefully. Hopefully. Any news? Oh, you say you want to talk about Fields. What did you want to bring up about? Oh, not talking about the sacks that he got. Which
Just
he-
Fields in general. I think Fields on a better team because everybody talks crap about
Oh, I agree.
Ohio State
Yeah.
quarterbacks. And I think obviously you got Justin Fields that's doing pretty good this year. CJ Stroud obviously next week is that one's going to be a crucial game. We need to win it, but I don't
Yeah.
know, man.
That's if they lose next week, I'm not going to be upset because they won this week. I would be more concerned if they lost this week and lost last week and lost this week because
Yes, you're right.
I felt like
but
they needed to that Chicago game because I felt like they can lose this game.
the last game of the year for Baltimore is San Fran. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So if Baltimore could lose that game and we could win all four, if we could win all four of these next games, and Baltimore,
I think they played Pitt the last game. Yeah, they played Pittsburgh.
Not only that, they'll still win because of conference wins. They'll still go ahead. But yeah,
Of us?
yes, I believe.
Oh, those AFC record. If we have a better AFC record than them.
Oh, it's
We
not
get to jump
oh, you're
up.
right. You're right. It is
Yeah.
AFC record, not conference at that
So
point.
even if we tie its AFC record, and then
Alright.
because we have a better AFC record than them, we would jump them by that thing. That's what I'm saying. The door is cracked for a number one seed. It's cracked. It's like that. You're seeing a light, but they have to win. They have to win next week in order to keep that door open for the number one seed.
Yes, thank you, Angel and RJ, for telling me that the next last
That's
last game. Man,
Yeah, they'll be playing Rudolph. They'll be playing Rudolph. that
Mason
game, so-
Rudolph.
Mason Rudolph.
I hope somebody rips off another helmet. I'm just saying.
I need the Ravens to beat the Niners. I'm sorry, Fish. The Ravens. We need the Niners to beat the Ravens, and our outvote you because it's our podcast. So.
He's my neighbor across the street that way.
Oh, he's
This
just
is
like, I'm
great.
walking
I don't
over
even
there.
care. He's a Dallas. He's a Dallas fan.
Yeah, I have my wife has family in Dallas. Her cousin's husband, he's a Dallas freak, the crazy Dallas fan. Dallas fans are crazy in general, so I should not as crazy.
It's
Eagles
like a
fans are
crazy
very-
ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, it's insane. Insane.
Receiving stats I do want to talk about. Obviously, we kind of touched base on that already. Amari Cooper 4 for 109, Njoku for 10 for 104. And again, I love the fact that Joe Flacco knows what a tight end is supposed to do, what a tight end is capable of doing. I think that since Joe Flacco's been here, I think him and Flacco are just
Best friends.
dimes, man. Dimes right to him, and he's catching them and he's dragging teams. I still thoroughly enjoy that. Cedric Tillman, guy we haven't seen until Flacco came in, 4 for 52. Elijah Moore, 2 for 17.
See, I did not know he had 52 yards. That is
Yeah.
a quiet 52 too.
But they were great because he had his longest was
Yeah.
19, dude, and that was that one that
That's-
set up a huge first down. Huge first down. Nobody's
He's
expecting
gonna
it.
he's gonna have
Everybody-
a breakout game. So
Everybody keeps on
I
saying,
just
"What's
saw
up,
it.
Frank?" in the chat. What's up, Frank? Hi, Frank. Oh, Frank's a coworker of mine. Hey, what's up, Frank? Elijah Moore for 2 for 17, Kareem Hunt 1 for 12, and that 1 for 12 was a crucial blow to the Bears because we really needed that. That was
that Kareem Hunt 1 yard run was pretty huge too.
Yes.
Since we don't talk about the run game enough, I don't want people complaining about why don't they talk about the run game?
We had 3 sacks. That's not counting Miles' sack on here for some reason. Was it a half? He gave him a tackle for loss, but they didn't give him a sack.
Yeah, they messed that up. Yeah, I don't understand that. How they grade that out, but
Joe Flacco did fumble the ball, but he didn't lose it. That was that weird thing where he lost it
Yeah,
like up here, and then he picked it
yeah,
up down here. I'm like, all right, dude, thank you.
yeah.
Dustin Hopkins, man, 2 for 2, his longest 34, and that's what won the game. That
Yes.
I think now the guy has scored us 140 points this year.
That dude's he's I don't want to put him on Dawson's level, but he's pretty much getting up there as far as fan base. Like that dude can walk in a bar and get free drinks anywhere at this
Right.
point.
Corey Bajorquez.
That
Yeah, you know. Go ahead. You can say it.
yeah, he struggled a little bit. He struggled just a little bit.
390 yards with the punts. He had 5 in the 20. But did you see that one? His longest was 53. But did you see that one that dropped right at the 2-yard line?
I did not see that one.
Oh, dude, right at the 2.
That must have been. I was at
Give me that.
full. Burn it. No, burn it. My yeah. Put it. I was at Brew Garden for the first 2 quarters, so I was in and out of conversation, so it must have happened then. But yeah, I mean he's having a good Pro Bowl year, man. Our special teams, man, has been. Remember special teams back in the day when they didn't do anything, or they would actually lose us a game some weird way.
Do you remember I told you this weekend I texted a certain Josh Cribbs?
Dude, you gotta share that story.
So,
I put it on
all
Facebook.
right.
Yeah, share it.
I had a friend's birthday party on Saturday, and we had a few drinks. So I decided I was going to message Josh Cribbs on Facebook and tell him what a fan that I was and would love for him to join the show with us one day. And if Josh Cribbs, you're listening, man, I'd still love for you to join the show. I am definitely not as drunk as I was Saturday, but yeah, it would be great for you to join the show one day. And I'm still live by my word. It's just, you know.
Hey
Dang
man, we all do. He slid into his DMs and he shot his shot with Josh Cribbs, and
I
Josh
tried.
Cribbs probably saw it and was like, "Let me check out that podcast."
Wait,
Send him the
who's-
link. Say, "This is what we do."
Arayo 81. Who said Steelers? Wait, what is going on?
Oh,
in the
that was
chat?
me. That's my chat. That's
Oh,
my
that's your-
A rate.
Oh,
yeah, I'm
I see now.
responding.
I see now. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
I could see Justin Fields going there because of Tomlin.
Yeah. It's going to be insane.
If that happens, it's going to be a crazy division, but that's besides even crazier division. But
But yeah, that 33-yarder by D-Hop, which that actually put us up. Or I'm sorry, put us 17-10, and I was still kind of worried about this game. I was like insanely insecure about this game for some reason. I don't know why. And I know you were in and out and you're driving home. I was at my
yeah,
neighbor's house right across the street, but JOK had that big sack, dude, and that had them punt again. And we got the ball back and just made huge, crucial plays after that. Did you get? Did everybody see Njoku's jump when he had that? Like it was like a 14-yard pass or whatever. He got a huge first down, but he jumped at 3 defenders on the
yeah.
sideline. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like planning.
Why do
like,
players do that? Like we have the injury bug, man. Can we not make it the odds of getting injured even worse by jumping 10 players?
yeah, I couldn't believe you did
Insane.
that. Oh, Jeff says dog broke his lead, so I got to pick him up. His lead, head? Your dog broke his head? You gotta go pick him up in the kennel.
He did. He did say he had a few.
Oh, he had a few
beers, so
beers.
he's probably
was great.
He's chatting a little beer. I am off. I am off next week, so I will probably be having a little Christmas sale when we are live for
Dude.
show.
Speaking of Christmas sale, and I think I told you about this, but you have to try the cinnamon brim thing.
Yes.
Pick
yes,
up a-
everybody's done.
No, it gets better, Angel. I'm not kidding you. I got a whole party drunk last year off this. This is awesome. So you buy a cheap bottle of Pinnacle Whipped.
Okay.
You put your cinnamon brim on the glass. You pour your Christmas ale, then you pour a shot of Pinnacle Whipped in there as well. Whipped Christmas ale.
Mm,
Not only that, did
Mm.
you see the new Christmas ale they
that's
came out with?
good.
It's like an aged barrel one. It's like $25 for a 4-pack, but
That's probably like 10 ABVs or something pretty
dude,
high.
I don't even care. I'm gonna have to buy it. My wife for Christmas usually gets
I
me
mean,
a
I would get
case. She usually gets me a case of Christmas
I'll look
ale.
for that one. I went to the brew garden and they had for the life of me, I wish I wrote down the name, but they had a really good one. I'm like, crap, I gotta find this. It's from Columbus, but
Oh,
it
the
was really good.
Bodie.
Yes, that's it.
That is my
Yes, that
favorite
one's
beer,
good.
dude. It's an
That is-
IPA.
that is, yes, it was
Are you
really good.
serious?
Yeah.
Did we
I
just
thought it
become
was
best
good.
friends? I'm not kidding.
Yes.
Angel,
Yes. it
Columbus
was good.
Bodie is my favorite
Yeah.
beer. Ask my wife. I'm about to bring her
Yeah,
in
I
here.
think that was I think that was the name of it. I think that was the name. But normally I'm not an IPA guy, but I tried it and I thought it was
Wonderfully delicious.
Whoa, wow, it's refreshing.
We're gonna have to start a beer podcast now.
Yeah. Bearded Browns podcast.
Oh, remember all the bees from the other day?
Yeah, too many bees. People would be so confused.
Bacon, beer,
Beer,
Browns, bourbon.
beard
It's never ending.
podcast.
Why are you showing me a picture of Isaac Akra? Who is that? He signed that? Oh, he wants to show the podcast. All right, come here, buddy. My stepson wants to show the podcast that he's got a signed beanie.
By Isaac Okora.
Oh.
It's very hard to come across Isaacs nowadays. So I got
And so
got it
the
signed.
Bengals are hard to come across as well. Oh, I mean, that is it.
I let my friend take it
Nice.
because he had season tickets, so he had early access.
You disappeared. You're a ghost.
Just
My friend
like the
had early
Bengals will be.
access, so I let him take my beanie.
I love it.
So I gave it to him. I'm like, hey, can you get the Isaac on the Cavs team to sign it? And he did.
Oh,
And
okay. I was like, I thought that was
pinned it
his
on
name
to him, I
sounded
was
familiar.
never gonna get off.
Something like that.
Isaac. I remember I was like, who's Isaac? And I was thinking of it as a Cavs player. I was like, who's Isaac?
That's what I was. Well, you showed me half the screen. It looked like Okoronkwo, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you had a Browns player sign your Bengals hat, dude? No way.
Yeah.
I do honestly. I want to. I do want to touch base on this, and I'm not blaming Flacco for a horrible game, because the dude still showed up and balled like he was a Raven. That we remember. I think 2 out of his 3 interceptions were his fault. Before we did this, I actually watched the highlights, and it was just
Mhm.
Isaac. It was plainly visible that 2 of them were his fault. One, after we recovered the fumble, the punt return,
Mhm.
he literally threw it really low right in front of the receiver, and they picked it
Yeah.
off. And he threw it to like the goal line, and they still picked it off. And yes, it sucked, man, to watch that. I just don't
He
think.
definitely he underthrew Njoku for sure.
Yes, I
That's what it
agree.
was because he was open. He was like wide open.
But
He
he-
should have hit him. Yeah.
But like this, a new, in like the Step Brothers movie, he totally came back and redeemed himself
Yeah.
in the fourth quarter. What was that stat again for his fourth quarter?
Dude, I think he threw close to 200 yards.
I have it somewhere on here, man. 200. Where is it? Again, I'm having a hard time reading my own handwriting, but did you watch that though, where Fields tried to run the ball on 4th and 1, and he just
Yeah.
came shy?
It was right?
Yeah,
Was it right
no.
that did that? Yeah.
Hold on, I have that
Or was
written
it
down.
JOK?
Somebody tipped. Thank you, dude. I wrote it down. Oh man, who was it? I had to actually look it up because I couldn't really see the number. I'm gonna find this, and I'm reading through my chicken scratch. So give me a second.
RJ Fish is asking, what is the best football movie of all time?
Any given
I
Sunday.
will say Remember the Titans.
Oh yeah, dang it.
Any Given Sunday is a good action one, though. I would say Remember the Titans. That would be my pick.
Remember
And
the
Sergeant
Titans was
Mert,
great.
Brew Garden is by me in Strongsville. I live about 2 minutes driving there. It's always packed there. I'm surprised we even got in on a Sunday, but we got there right after church, and there was like 10-minute wait, which ended up being a 20-minute wait, but nonetheless, we got in. I tried to go in there a week ago on Saturday. It was a 2-hour wait. I tried to go there with my brother. So we ended up going to the rail, and he ended up ordering a beer that was a 9.0 ABV. It was like a aged in cherry barrel, bourbon barrel, and I warned him, man. I said, bro,
Have you
you're
ever had
21. I was like, you need to slow down. He's like 5 sips in. He was like, yeah, I need to slow down.
Have you ever had
Told
Arrogant
you.
Bastard Ale?
Oh, you know what? I think I have. That name sounds familiar.
You won't forget it after you had it. That's one of those beers where you're like, oh, okay, this is happening. 2 sips in, and it comes in like a growler, like a pretty decent sized growler. And
Man, I
it's
feel
like
like I
24
had that
bucks for a
before.
growler. I haven't bought it in probably a decade, but man, I do remember that beer and I will not forget it.
Yeah. I live right by, I don't live, I live maybe 15 minutes from, I forgot, Red Wagon. Red Wagon's has a brewery now down there. You ever
Yeah,
heard Red Wagon? Dude,
absolutely.
and I'm not like a big flavored beer guy, but I went there for the pumpkin patch thing with the kids and the wife, and they had on tap their as a marshmallow beer. Dude, I
No.
was like, let me try it. Dude, it tasted,
Excuse me, dude.
dude,
The Bearded
it
Browns
tasted,
Burping Podcast.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
it tasted just like a marshmallow. And I'm like I'm not a marshmallow guy. I'm not like, I don't eat a lot of sugar, but I'm like, dude, this is amazing. Even my wife was like, go give me some. So it's amazing. I got to stop there because I heard their Christmas ale is really good too.
I love Christmas
But
ales, dude.
me too. I can drink Christmas ales all day.
I could eat them as well. I mean, you
Eat
said it
that.
first, but
Yeah, that's what I said.
and it's crazy
Yeah.
because like everybody talks so much crap about like they're like, oh, your IPAs and your Christmas ale, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, all right, well,
They're,
I could have
they're
a
so
6-pack of
good.
mine and be completely staggering. You drink a
Yeah.
12-pack of Bud Light and you just pee a lot. That's all. Like,
Yeah, we went to my father-in-law's for the kids lit up not lit up, they decorated the tree last week, and Jen's dad was like, well, I'll offer Angel, my wife's dad was like, I'll offer Angel a beer, but he's driving. And my wife's like, well, he really doesn't drink Bud Light, Dad. He's kind of like those bougie beer guy. He's like, oh, okay.
nothing wrong
Which
with
is
bougie
true. I like.
beers.
Yeah, it's like if I'm gonna drink a beer, I want, like you said, I'd rather have two and come somewhat feel good as opposed to like pounding six and not
That's why I
feeling it
drink at
peeing.
home. We don't go out too
Yeah.
much often anymore. Like my wife and I, we used to go out like once a week maybe. And I'm the one that can't stop. She's the one that's like, I can't enjoy a drink because you get to enjoy all the drinks. Because I'm like a can
Yeah,
of Pringles. Once you pop, the fun don't stop.
when I'm out, I have a two minimum pour. If it's bourbon, I'll do two. If it's a beer, I'll do three. Limit, because normally I'm the one driving because my wife is too tired to drive. So I'm like, I don't want to do something stupid.
So I do want to tell you something, Angel. I had to that Jaguars game. I had 8 tickets offered to me, and I was thinking about you, but I had that wedding that I had to go to. Remember? I had
Yes, that
load
wedding.
seats, load seats.
Ah,
So free food
that,
and limited drinks,
yeah,
obviously.
that that would have been a fun experience.
The next tickets that my neighbor offered me were, and actually RJ went to that game, I believe, but the next tickets were lower left side of the dog pound for front row
Ooh,
for free.
wow. We get dog pound is rough. The last Browns game I went to was the Brandon Whedon got stuck under the flag game. It
Oh,
was
I
a home
remember
opener, and
that.
yeah, and the dog pound was just brutal, man, brutal. There was a Philly because they were against Philly, and there were Philly fans trying to get over to their seat, like from over there, and the guys were like, "Hell no, you walk around." So they made the woman walk around to get to her seat. I'm like, dang, these fans are brutal over here. I'm too nice to be over here.
2 years ago, my
Dog
wife and I
pound.
went to the dog pound for the last game. Obviously, we were already done, but we beat the Cincinnati Bengals on that game, and we were sitting in the dog pound, and it was still intense. No matter what game it is, that dog pound never
It's
stops,
intense,
man.
man. Intense. My wife's like, I want to go there to a dog pound. I'm like, I don't know about that, but
Oh, so
I don't think you want to.
the Ravens game I went to last year, we were sitting probably 15 rows up at the 50-yard line, and I was cussing because it's where you're
The,
at the game, you
yeah,
get so into the moment, and you're like, no, man, it's a conference game, so you get hyped.
yeah.
And some lady in front of me was like, do
Sir, can
you
you
do you
pipe down?
yes, do you have to cuss? I'm like, we are at the Browns game in Cleveland versus the Baltimore Ravens. Like, things are gonna happen. I'm sorry, and I'm drinking, but
So yes, I have to.
yes. I am cool with taking one more quick break if you want, and then we can come back and talk about everybody else's Browns stadium experience and where would be a great spot to sit. I'd like to talk about that. I think that'd be cool.
Also, we have some playoff things I want to talk about how you can
Yes.
clinch a playoff seed this week. It's a long list, but we'll talk about it.
We will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Do not leave. Like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel because this, I think, is where we're going to be going live from now on. But like, share, subscribe, comment, and we'll be back to talk about what the Cleveland Browns could do to clinch another Stats with Angel ordeal. I'm not going to call it an ordeal because you're an angel and it sounds amazing when you talk about Brown stats. But we will be right back, folks. And we are back. Everybody's aware I
Nice.
did wash my hands. We are.
Here, smell.
Yeah. I don't know what she bought. I think it's actually like a soap that I like. It's Bath and Body Works, believe it or not, dude. I'm going to shut the music off and talk about Bath and Body Works here for a second. Because this
Sponsor us.
soap. Dude, babe, what is that soap called? Teakwood.
Teak wood. That's a man soap. That sounds like a man soap.
It is, dude. I have it in my
Yeah.
truck as well, my work truck. So every morning I get my truck and I'm like, teak wood. So now, like, I want to wash my hands because it smells like teak wood and not like some lavender stuff.
Lavender diaper
Yes.
wipe or whatever.
RJ, that game last year that we went to when we beat the Ravens again was a great game. That was the day he bought his Njoku jersey, and we went to the bar afterwards. And I let him drive home. Oh, man. It was like a 1.5 mile drive. He had one Busch Light, and I had about 17 beers, so we're good.
17.
So yes, everybody please like, share, subscribe to the page. Angel
Yes,
and
definitely.
I are going to do this weekly. I think we pretty much settled on a Tuesday ordeal.
Yeah, Tuesday. Next week I'm pretty open. That I know of. Wednesday, me and my wife are going to take we have kids that are little, and sometimes we just need to get away. So we purposefully plan like our marriage getaway, and we're gonna go down to Millersburg. They have these little homes there, and they have like a sauna and a cold tub outside.
A
And
cold tub?
It's just yeah. So you could get into the sauna and dip into the cold tub, which I don't think she's
Oh.
going to do, but I'm going to try it and then leave within a second just to say I did it. But so it's a little getaway in the middle of nowhere. So Wednesday and Thursday I won't be available, but if you want to do more than one next week after the holidays, I can.
While you're on the subject of going on vacationing things, my wife and I in September went to Hocking Hills, and that is a great experience, dude. We got a cabin.
My wife has been trying to get into there. She said it's like sold out already. Some of them are sold out already
We
for
did
next
ours
year.
a year in advance.
Yeah, that's what she said, 2025.
Are you
Well, she
serious?
said-
Dude,
Yeah, she's trying to get it. Yeah, this last second before she landed out the door for work, she's like, it's just so hard to get there and into it in there.
when you go, there's a bar at the highway exit off of 33. It's called Brewery 33. Oh,
Okay. Is
they
it
make
good?
all their own beers. It's a microbrewery. They're a bit
Okay.
expensive. Like, I bought 2 beers to go, and it was like $16. But I
That's
couldn't
not
even
bad.
unpack the
If it's
car
good
after
beer.
those 2 beers. No, I'm kidding. They're great.
Oh yeah, if it's a good beer, it's worth it. You know what
It
I mean?
is.
It's like a good bottle of bourbon. You can't put a good price on a good bottle of bourbon.
Oh, all right. So we're going to go with what you were going to talk about, and it's another pinpoint to this year's success.
Yes, we're going to talk about real quick how we can clinch a playoff berth this Sunday. This Sunday, if any of these 8 things happen, we can clinch a playoff berth, okay? You got the Cleveland Browns versus the Houston Texans, okay? First, Cleveland wins, plus Cincy loses, plus Denver loses or tie. Buffalo loses, Miami win or tie. And if Indy loses or tie, you clinch a playoff spot. Second scenario, Cleveland wins, Pittsburgh loses or ties, Buffalo loses or ties, Miami wins or ties, Denver loses or ties, you're in the playoffs, okay? Third one, Cleveland wins, Pittsburgh loses, Buffalo loses, Miami wins, Jacksonville loses, or Indy wins, you're in. If we win, Pittsburgh loses, Buffalo loses, Denver ties, Jacksonville loses, Indy wins, you are in. Again, these scenarios all add up to Cleveland must win. So the last one I'll give you just to kill the boredom. Pittsburgh needs to lose in every single one of these scenarios besides number 8, which is a tie. If Cincy and Pittsburgh tie, then you're in the playoffs. But Pittsburgh needs to lose next week or this week. Denver needs to lose most of these. And if Miami wins, you are in. So the teams that we need to go for are teams that are going against Denver, Pittsburgh, and Indy. So Pittsburgh, go ahead.
Sorry. The thing I'm worried about is Jake Browning, man. That dude is
Yeah, he's
stepping
been
up
killing
and-
it. He's been killing it.
Wait, you got a
He
pen for
has.
your iPad already?
Yeah, I got it. I ordered it when I ordered my
You are
iPad.
spoiled. Did you get the first gen or second gen?
Oh, I don't. This is probably a cheap gen.
Whatever works.
I just
Does it
know,
work?
it works. I
That's-
was like,
that's all that matters.
I'm not paying what they want me to pay for.
$100 for
Apple
the second
plan.
gen, dude. It's insane.
Yeah, no. I'm
For a
like, I
pen.
think it's like I think it's like $10. It works, so I haven't had a problem with it.
On a low, can you send me that link, please?
Yeah, Amazon, please sponsor us, Amazon.
Ah, sponsor.
Um,
And Liquid Death.
You Liquid Death. We'll take about anything, anybody right now. If you want to sponsor us.
Yes.
But the Browns can get the number 1 seed. This is what I was talking about earlier. If the Browns want the number 1 seed, the Browns will have to win out. You have Houston. It's possible because you have Houston. If you beat Houston, I think you can beat the Jets and Cincy. So you can go 3-0. Ravens have to go 1-2. They have to lose to Miami. Hopefully they lose against Miami or San Francisco. I'll be happy with that. They have San Fran, Miami, and Pittsburgh. Dolphins have to go 1-2. They have Dallas, Baltimore, and Buffalo. See, that's when we become Dallas fans. When they play Dallas, Miami and Dallas, we are Dallas fans that week.
RJ's gonna
Chiefs
love to
have
hear that.
This one is the hardest one because the Chiefs have the Las Vegas Raiders, Cincinnati, and the Los Angeles Chargers. And they have to at least lose one of those in order for us to get the number 1 seed.
Did you just speak in a Philadelphian accent that Chadges?
Yeah, I do. My dad. Funny thing is, my dad is from Philly. Well, he was born in Ponce, Puerto Rico, and they all moved to Philly. They migrated there for a long time. Then Chicago, then Ohio, met my mom, and then he moved back to Chicago.
Well, I'm glad you're know how to do this podcast with me, and I'm glad
Yes.
you were born and raised pretty much a damn Browns fan.
Browns fan, as opposed to a Bears fan.
Yeah, all the pain and agony we went through, and still got fans, dude. That's what I love about the most. That's what I love most about this fan base is. Ooh, people are screaming in my house.
Someone's fighting.
I don't know if they're fighting or not, but I'm not a part of it, so whatever. The thing I love the most about this fan base is that no matter what happens, at the end of the day, we are still going to wake up a Browns fan, whether it be a victory Monday or you say it.
Sad bastard Monday.
No,
sad. I can't remember.
What do we call it when we lose and we come on here and it's a Therapy Tuesday?
Oh,
Yes.
Therapy Tuesday. Therapy
Yes.
Tuesday. Yes. Therapy Tuesday.
Took me a minute,
Therapy
guys.
Tuesday. Yes, therapy. I got to write that down. But to think of the Browns and everything they've been through this year, to think that if all this stuff happens, and there's a slim chance, I'm not going to tell you that there's a big chance, they can still get the number 1 seed. It's amazing to me. Like all the team, this whole fan base is griping about play calling, the coach, the quarterback. You've done all this, and you still have like a 9-10% chance of getting the number 1 seed.
Right.
It's insane. Which would be crucial because you play better at home. Your defense plays better at home. Your offense plays better at home. So if you get that number 1 seed, that could be a road to the Super Bowl against the Dallas Cowboys.
I do really quickly want to touch base on this again, the fail mirror at the end. If that guy caught that ball, we wouldn't be having the same conversation today. Did you see the meme? I should have uploaded this, but it showed Jim Brown in like a ghost form in the
Yes.
end zone, and
I saw that. And he's tapping it with his stick. Yeah, I
said,
saw
"Not
that.
today." Like,
Not today. Not today. Yeah, I saw that. That was a good meme.
that was the football
That's
gods
actually
finally on our
perfect.
side.
That was a really good Photoshop. I mean,
Oh, it was really good.
I was impressed by that.
I was impressed. I want that guy to make us a new logo for everything.
Yeah, I'm currently trying to teach myself that. I'm not as good as that guy yet.
While we're on the subject of creating new things, Angel actually has a workout channel coming out.
Do I
And
have I have a lot of channels. I don't want to bore you guys with, but yeah, it's on Instagram. It's going to be on Facebook. It's going to be called Vulture Fitness. Me and my brother, my younger brother, who's 21, he just moved from Chicago. Not to bore you with the history of it, but so I have a home gym in my garage, and he's been getting into it for the last couple of years. So we work out and we record each other, and we just put small clippets on. It's on Instagram. It's called Vulture Fitness. Follow us if you can. Facebook will be up in 60 days because I already changed the name and I can't change it again. So I have to wait until
Good
those
old
Facebook
Facebook.
rules. Yeah. So I gotta wait 60 days, but that will be up too. I'll promote that. I have a desire to quit my job one day and just be a content creator. So I'm just trying to find different avenues to create content and get paid for it.
don't let Angel's hoodie fool you right now. Right underneath all that, he looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger. So,
Not yet. Well, Arnold Schwarzenegger never, but I hope to at least be like, okay, my wife's starting to notice my arms, so that's a good thing. Once she starts noticing, I get her attention. That's all that matters. She's like, your arms are looking better. And that's the first muscle to grow anyway, so it's smaller, but it's still a compliment.
not everybody knows what it takes to actually do it, man. Like you're not going to see results right away. Obviously, it takes 2-3 months before you start seeing anything,
Yeah,
let alone
that's fact.
big things. You can
And I'm down to like counting calories to the point where what I'm eating, I basically eat the same thing every day because it's easier just to count and track it on my app. But I'm like 2,300 calories a day. Besides Saturday, I kind of go crazy on Saturdays. But
got to have a cheat day.
I lost about maybe 7 pounds in 2 months. And I'm going to stay where I'm at now. I went from 185 to 177. And I'm just going to work with 177, see what I can do with it.
So I went and got my DOT physical sometime in the summer, maybe late August. And the lady told me, she's like, Mike, you used to be 6'6", now you're 6'5", you lost an inch. And I was like, all right, I could deal with that, whatever, that's fine. And then she's like, but you weigh 305, and I'm like, no, I do not weigh
Dude, you don't
305 pounds.
you would not have thought that. There's no way you weigh 305.
I seen you in person the one time so far.
Yeah, I would have never guessed. First of all, I didn't think you were that tall. Secondly, I would have never 305 would not have been. You don't look 305.
I don't feel 305 either. I don't smoke.
weird.
Like I don't work out like I used to either. But I feel like Joe Flacco. He's 38. I'm 38. He's 6'6". I'm 6'6". Come on. He just weighs a lot less than me, apparently.
Yeah, well, yeah. He's probably sitting at home with his parents watching football, eating nachos.
Can we talk about one other thing, dude? 3 weeks. You had 3 starts. The guy's coming in and playing like he's been with us all year.
It's like a natural, and it goes back to I read an article that him and Kevin got just mesh well together, even though they look alike. They mesh
Face
well
smash.
together. Yeah, even they just said they just mesh well together, and I think that contributes to what's going. Obviously, you can see what's going on. They probably had the same mindset. Kubiak, they both worked under Kubiak, so that helps. But yeah, that's it's one of those things that you just start to think like, could this be a special year? Because everything just seems to be just going their way from quarterback after quarterback. They even winning with quarterbacks in the XFL and a 5th-round rookie, like, and you're still winning somehow. Your defense is subpar great, I mean, above great and they had a little lull there, but now they're coming back around. Now we got to figure out what we're going to do with the offensive line, but we're good. Frank said Bearded Beer Podcast. That's coming in the summer.
Bearded Beer Cast. We can do that. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. We can do it remotely, so we're still at home and we don't have to worry about
Yeah.
drinking and driving.
You don't have to
That's
worry
a
about
plus.
nothing. Definitely.
Another thing I did want to touch base with you, Angel, is that you obviously seen Joe Flacco's contract being redrawn up for just a regular season win game. He gets so much. A playoff
They
game, he
think
gets
like,
more.
yeah.
Next year, we go into season. Obviously, Deshaun Watson's going to start because we put a lot of money into that. If Deshaun Watson does not show up, are we going to be angry Browns fans and despise this team again as one? That's my biggest fears. Next year is going to be so intense for the Cleveland Browns because we're looking forward to so much. And we watched the guy coming in 3 games and pretty much lost his first game, yes, but won the last 2 against pretty decent teams. To come out here and watch Deshaun Watson play again and not show up. Do you think there's going to be a chance for Joe Flacco to come back, and is somebody else going to pick up Joe Flacco next year?
Yeah, I think you have a team who is going to draft high, who's going to guarantee him a year at least. And those teams that you look at, they're going to draft a rookie quarterback. I would hate to say it, but Pittsburgh maybe. You can look at there and see their receiver core and their defense and realize they have a legit chance to win there, and he does. Now they have maybe some offensive line issues too, but they can draft that. But Pittsburgh, who else would need a good quarterback away just for poops and giggles?
Just to speak on the subject, I think I'm kind of glad that Pittsburgh's a complete dumpster fire right now.
Yes, I am excited for that because it rarely happens, for one. And for two, Tomlin might have his first losing season.
Yeah.
That might be, it'd be even better.
Not
if
against
that
that.
happens. Yeah, that would make me a little excited. I heard somebody say that's like a meaningless stat that he goes like 9-8 and he gets praised. But I think to myself, he knows how to win, considering the talent that he has in at quarterback. If you go 9-8 with that, you should get some type of contract extension, to be honest. But anyways, if they let him go, Chicago or somebody would be able to pick him up right away, no doubt, for sure.
Well, what do you think about the Pittsburgh Patriots scenario?
What's that?
They're talking about
they're
in shambles as well. Obviously,
the Patriots.
Yeah. So would you bring
Yeah, I think
Belichick? They're talking about bringing Belichick back to Cleveland, and I'm like, don't do that. I don't agree on that at all. I think Belichick's a great coach.
He's got to have it his way, though. He's got to have control.
Exactly.
And what he's done in New England with control. I mean, look where they're at because he has control.
That's a
He has
huge
not
factor.
drafted well. Yeah, he has not drafted well. Obviously, Brady and him, you can say it was Brady magic opposed to him, considering since I don't know, maybe it was a season where he helped Brady get to who he was and then Brady carried him for a couple too, but either way they helped each other out. And since then he has not been the same coach. I would say 10 feet away from that.
It just sucks for us as Cleveland fans to see Belichick go and do what he did with the Patriots when he was here. And you know who his assistant coach was?
He had a lot. He had Nick Saban.
Yes. So imagine
Nick Saban.
Belichick and Nick Saban today. I'm sorry.
He had somebody else. I just can't think of the name. The face is in my head.
I don't even know who else
Nick
it was.
Saban.
But I'm just saying, imagine Nick Saban and Bill Belichick now on the Browns.
Yeah, that would be insane. That would be insane. Yeah, there's someone else that was on there. He's a good coach too. I just can't think of it now. Shoot. But yeah, Nick Saban, that's one of the greatest college coaches ever, obviously. I mean, he's He's probably win another national championship. At least win the first round. Kick
Right.
Michigan out.
They made big things happen. We have it's almost 9 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen. We went an hour and
3
25 minutes
hours?
right now.
An hour and 25 minutes. Look at that.
We plan on doing this for you guys, and it's not easy, so we apologize on that behalf. But I'm glad, like Angel said, that we are going live on Tuesdays because it gives us a little more time to, again, gather intel and let you guys know what's going on as much as we possibly can. Excuse me. But we would like you guys to, again, share the page, subscribe, like it, comment, do whatever you can. Also help out Angel and his new workout channel. He might buff you up.
Or even my Facebook page, currently right now I am in their bonus program. So I get not a lot of money, but enough money to make it worth it. So everything I post, if there's interactions, comments, shares, interaction basically is what they call it. With posts, pictures, statuses, my reels, obviously, if you I actually met somebody because of my reels at a job site.
Was
Believe
that
it or not,
me?
it was the creepiest. No, not
Oh,
you.
you said creepy.
Yeah, I
Never
was
mind. Never
working.
mind.
No, no. It was creepy because I work on forklift batteries and chargers, and I was looking at and he's like, out of the back of my hair, I heard, "Go Browns," and I'm like, that's weird, and I didn't think nothing of it, right? And he came back out. He came with this dude behind me. He said, "Hey, I know you don't know me, but I follow you on Facebook." I'm like, "Dude, what are you talking about?" He's like, "Go Browns." I'm like, "Dude, that is so creepy."
But it's
But
awesome at the
thanks.
same time.
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm like, wow. He's like, "Dude, I love your stuff. He brought up what you brought up about the wife. You used to make these. Your wife used to make fun of us all the time. Now she has nothing to say, huh?"
Yeah,
I was like, "Yeah,
nothing.
because we're winning." Nothing.
And she's pooping.
But yeah. So she's pooping a lot. So I was like, if you can help, so if you can just, if you're on my, if you're on Facebook, look me up and follow me.
Good night,
Is
bud.
he going to bed?
Yes.
He's got school tomorrow? Or are they done?
Yeah. Isaac, when does your Christmas break start? Thursday. Wait.
Oh man, that stinks.
Oh yeah, dude. I remember our like Christmas breaks and all that starting a little bit earlier, but. Anyways, everybody, we would like to thank everybody that came here, commented, and posted, and shared the Bearded Browns podcast.
Yes.
Angel and I strive to bring you guys the best news that we can with a little bit of comedy and making it fun. That's what we do. So like, share, comment, subscribe. We will be here next week. If you're down, since this is going to be a weird week, because of holidays. Would you mind doing like a pregame on Sunday?
What is Sunday?
Sunday.
Let me confirm with the wife. Because we have so many. Wait, Sunday's Christmas
Oh yeah,
Eve.
you got church. And...
Okay. Yeah, Christmas Eve, probably not. Her dad's coming here because her dad comes here on Christmas Eve and they do this big breakfast bash and they open presents for him with him. And then the night her sisters come over and we do Chinese food that night. And it's a big food fest, man, on Christmas Eve. And
I
we
love
watch
Chinese
Christmas
food.
movies. Yeah, me too. And then obviously it's Christmas. I could see maybe before they come over, I gotta get times, but I'll let you know.
Promise
If
me
not,
this
we
year
could
you're
do-
gonna get chicken lo mein extra spicy.
I can try. I've never tried chicken lo mein. I'm a safe guy, so I get what I like and I stick with it. But I'll try chicken lo mein, but
Don't tell me
extra
General
spicy.
So's. Is that what you normally get?
Yes,
I knew it.
That's a
done.
safe
No, I'm
bet, man. We're no longer doing a podcast.
Yes, get
I'll try
chicken
it,
lo
though.
mein extra spicy, dude. Do you like spicy food?
Yeah. I
Get
do like
chicken lo
spicy food.
mein extra spicy. If you like mushrooms, they'll add them.
Okay, I'll
Dude,
do that.
incredible.
I'll have my
Healthy.
brother. I have my brother. I have my brother get that, and I'll just eat off his plate. See if
That's
I
the best
like
way to
it.
do it.
No, I get that. Yeah, I'll try it. I'll risk it, and I'll give you my food review next week.
We could do that.
on Tuesday.
I've already tried General So's because that's the basic American way. Like,
Yeah, that's the
we always,
basically.
like,
Everybody likes it.
right? That's the go-to. But
Yeah.
here we go. I'm gonna end this with me talking for a second about us being here next week, and I want you to end it with your famous slogan. Can we do that?
Yes.
All right. Everybody, thank you for joining the Bearded Browns podcast today. We will see you guys next week. And from our host, Angel,
Go Browns.
see y'all next week. Thank